Hey there, YouTube. Vagabond Mel here, and I'm just sitting outside CVS. Don't really have anywhere to go today except work. I have to. Oh, you know what? I have to go to work. What time is it? 1:30. I got a little bit until I need to go to work. Let's just go for a little ride. You guys, it's been a while since I was able to get out here and ride my trike. It's 30 degrees out today, so it's not too bad. That's our little micro creamery. It's finally open. I went there the other day for a sundae. It was delicious. I could feel my hand grips and my seat are starting to get warmed up. Oh, here we go. YouTube, I have about maybe an hour until I need to get to work today, so I just wanted to take the trike out for a little bit. It's supposed to snow tomorrow, maybe sleet. I don't know. It doesn't seem like it'd be cold enough to snow because it's going to be 38 degrees, it says, but we'll see. That's where I went to high school. I don't know if I ever told you this, but I own a small massage business in town, and that is what I do for work. I was a massage therapist for, it seemed like forever. I didn't own a massage studio. I just worked for other people, and I did that, and it's a really long journey that I had through this whole massage business industry. It's a really long journey, but I started going to school for it when I was 22 or 23 years old, and it was at a time in my life when I was waitressing, and I was getting older, and I was thinking, man, I gotta do something else. I can't waitress like for the rest of my life. I mean, nothing's wrong with that, but it takes its toll mentally and physically, emotionally. Being a waitress, it's tough. So I wanted to see if I can branch out and do something else, and so I started going to school for massage therapy, because once you get your massage license, you'll never be out of work. There's always going to be people wanting massages. I'm telling you right now. So I knew that it was a job that wasn't going to be taken over by robots unless like robots grow fleshy hands. I don't see it happening anytime soon. It seemed like a stable job that won't go away anytime soon. So, and also being a massage therapist, you can either work for yourself or work for another person, and that opens up a lot of opportunities to be your own boss. You can make your own hours, and my favorite thing in life is time, just having time to do whatever I want. For me, time equals freedom. So if you have the time, you have freedom to do like anything you want, and like as long as you're physically able. Like right now, I decided to just hop on the trike, go for a ride, because I got time, and it feels like freedom to me. So those are the basics. That's the reason why I became a massage therapist, because of those two things: the flexibility, having a lot of time to myself, and also that the job isn't going anywhere. It's like a trade businesses. They don't normally go out of business. Look at all the buses, all the school buses. So I became a massage therapist, and I hoped that I knew before I became a massage therapist, I really thought long and hard about it, because if I didn't like giving a massage and I was forced to go massage someone for an hour or 90 minutes, and just the absolute dread of having to go do that, I know that feeling of dread. Like I worked at Bloomingdale's by mail, and I just sat there all day answering phones and taking online orders. And I did that, and I hated it so much. I hated sitting there and answering the phone so much that I dreaded that job. That job may have been the number one most dreaded experience. I mean, I just waking up knowing I had to do it, it was complete torture. And I hoped that massage therapy wasn't going to be the same thing as that. I did not want to feel that dread ever. So I took a chance and got my massage license. I started massaging, and it actually wasn't that bad. It's not as bad as answering phones. So I was happy. I got a job at my first job. My first job, I was working for my brother's girlfriend. That was my first job. But I didn't get a lot of clients because just the way the system was set up, it wasn't a very good system. So I didn't get a lot of clients because of that. There was like no online bookings, and hardly anybody was there to answer the phone. So, but yeah, I did that, and then I stayed there, for a while, and while I did that, I worked at this other place in Plainville called Lavender Fields Day Spa, and it's that place. Oh man, that was $10 an hour, no matter what. If I had a client or not, I was getting paid $10 an hour, and then I would get tips. And I felt like, I don't know, it was just a weird, very strange, weird environment, and I felt like the money was absolutely horrible. And their system was also not very good because I wasn't getting any clients. It was weird. It wasn't a good system. I didn't understand. Like, it was a popular place, but I wasn't booked up, So then after that, I went to Massage Envy because one of my friends that I went to massage school with told me about Massage Envy. She's like, oh, you'll definitely be booked with Massage Envy. Just go there. It's and it pays $15 an hour instead of $10 an hour. So I was like, all right, yeah, this place is weird. I'm getting myself out of here. So I went to work at Massage Envy in Glastonbury, and it was great. Like, honestly, I got all my clients. I was getting booked a lot. I did only make $15 per massage, so during downtime I didn't get any money at all, which I wasn't bothered by it because they let me go to the bookstore. I could go to Starbucks. In between clients, I didn't have to do anything. I didn't have to be there. So I would do other things unless someone books last minute and then I'm called back into work, which happened a whole bunch of times. But during this time, I loved working at Massage Envy. I loved it because this is the first time where I started my blog. I was 39 years old, and I decided on a break, during a long break in between clients, I went to Starbucks and I got a coffee. I brought my laptop and I just started a blog, my first blog post, just to kill time. And honestly, like, I loved it. I fell in love with blogging. Before I was a blogger, I used to write, like physically write in a journal, and that just got out of hand because I got so many journals. I burned all the journals, and then I start up another journal and write in it, burn it again, and it just it wasn't good. It was, and my hand would cramp up. I used to get this huge knot in my thumb from writing so much. But yeah, I think blogging changed my life. So I still have the blog. I'm 45 years old. Well, I'm going to be 45 years old starting in February 14th. So that's a big one, 45. And I still have that blog, but I write in it once a month instead, because I've just been working on my book. My book is on Royal Road. You can read it now for free. It's called Cedar Wells Level 1. You can read it for free. I don't know where I am, guys. I'm lost. I'm just gonna turn around and go this way. See what happens. Alright, so let me continue my story. So I was working at Massage Envy, and I discovered blogging. I fell in love with it. And then they hired this lady, okay? Let me turn this down. They hired a woman, right, who was kind of like a know-it-all, bossy pants kind of lady. Like, she had it out for me. Now they hired her, right, and a lot of changes was happening. Like, our head therapist didn't want to be head therapist anymore, so I think he quit or something. And then, so I was offered the job as head therapist, and I was like, nah, it's just not worth it. It's like $2 more an hour. No, it's okay. I'll pass. So then they ended up giving it to this lady, this go-getter, right? She was like, well, I'll take it. I'll take the job. I want to do it. And so now she's the head therapist. She's hanging it over my head like she's superior to me, even though I'm the one who turned the job down, which is kind of, it was funny, right? I just thought it was annoying as hell, to be honest. It was very annoying. But she offered to have a massage exchange with me one day, and at this point, guys, I'm going to be honest, I didn't want a massage anymore. I was tired. I only did it for the money, really, and that's the truth. I mean, I didn't mind it. So, but yeah, I did it for the money. So for survival. And this she wants to do a massage exchange with me. And I have problems laying still for an hour. Like, I feel antsy. I mean, unless it's a really good massage and my body needed it. But other than that, like, I have trouble laying still for an hour and relaxing. That's just how I am. And massages work. I didn't want to work. So I'm like, no, that's okay. I don't really like doing exchanges. Oh, and another reason why I don't like doing exchanges is because I always leave the person who's massaging me, I leave them $20 tip, you know, because that's only appropriate. And me and this guy, the last the last lead massage therapist, he stiffed me. I got a massage by him first, and I left him $20. And then when I gave him a massage, he stiffed me. He didn't give me $20, and that's $20. I don't get paid for that whole hour I spent massaging this kid, right? It was an hour that I could have actually made $15 plus tip, and instead I agreed to this massage exchange with this guy, and I was just so unbelievably pissed, so pissed. And after that, I was definitely tuned off to all sorts of massage exchanges. So I was like, yeah, no, thank you, but no, I'm gonna have to pass. So this lady, right, this know-it-all lady, she's like, oh, what's wrong? You don't like to be touched? I'm like, what is wrong with you? Of course I love affection. Like, that's just, I love being affectionate. I love to be loved. Give me love. I think that's why I have this vlog in the first place, so I could be loved more. And this is just how she is. This is how she talks. And this is something weird that she did, and it doesn't make any sense, but I used to have textbooks from my massage classes. We had these massage books, and there were so many of them, and they took up room. I lived with my parents. I only had one room in the house, and I needed to clean house, you know, so I just was like, screw this, I'm gonna put all these massage books donate them to Massage Envy, because I don't really want them anymore, you know. Like, my love for massage was dying down big time, and I actually wanted to go to college for something else. And anyway, long story short, I had donated these books, and they had my name on them, and that's a, you know, just remember that my name was on them. And she was looking through the books. She took it upon herself to scribble my name out, and then she wrote property of Massage Envy. And I couldn't wrap my head around that. Like, why would she do that? Why? It doesn't make any, I mean, what if I wanted those books back, right? I didn't tell anybody I was donating them. I just, like, left them in the break room on the bookshelf. What if I wanted them back when I left Massage Envy? It was just this weird thing. So she did that, and that ticked me off. She did other things too, but it was so long ago I can't even remember. It was like literally over 20 years ago that this happened. So anyway, the thing that pushed me over the edge was that I had to massage this guy. He still, to this day, after all this time massaging, over 20 years of massaging people, to this day I've never had someone with his body type. Okay, I'm not, I don't judge people, all right? But this was how do I even explain it? It's like he had no bones, okay? He was a very big guy, and when I pressed into his muscle tissue, it kept pressing and pressing, like it was a big pillow, okay? It was the consistency of a pillow filled with jelly, and I just kept pressing and pressing, and I was like using my elbow. I was up to my forearms trying to find any type of resistance. I felt no resistance. It's just, I was like, what is going on? This is like a nightmare, a weird hell. What did I land myself in? And I didn't know what to do. I thought, is this guy, am I gonna hurt him if I do this? Like, 'cause you're supposed to press until you feel resistance. And anyway, the guy had no bones. It was weird, alright? And long story short, he complained about my massage, saying that it wasn't deep enough. And I was like trying to explain the situation. I was like, well, I mean, yeah, because he has no muscles, he has no bones. There's what do you want me to do? Just keep going as deep as until I feel the massage table? I mean, that's a little disgusting, right? What if I damage an organ? But anyway, the lead lady, the one who took the job as head therapist and had it out for me, she decided that I needed more training. Okay? I was someone who got so many clients requesting to come to me, and if there was a difficult client who complained about their last therapist, guess who ended up having to massage the complainy, whining client? It was me. I had to massage the whiny clients. So this this lady, she's like, her name's Christine. She's telling the bosses, she's like, yeah, Melanie needs more training. She definitely needs more training. Let's set that up for her. I was like, you know what? Screw this. I don't need this crap. Like, they didn't even talk to me. I was already like out the door, writing my resignation letter. Like, and I don't know why I did this, but I made a resignation letter in the tune of "I Will Survive." So it was my lyrics, only sung like to the tune of "I Will Survive." I wish I could remember. What was I? Well, I'm trying to remember the words. When I remember the words, I'll post them in the description. But the words are still written on my blog, so it's so easy to find. I'll find them and post them. I think it's hilarious. But I gave that resignation letter to the manager. The manager and me, we were on such good terms with each other. Like, I really, really liked this lady. She was so nice, and I like to think she liked me too, and that's why she wanted me to be head therapist. But I was like, I'm so sorry, I have to do this. And I gave all the reasons why I did it. Because of Christine. Which ended up getting her in trouble. But I was out of there. I didn't care. So then, after Massage Envy, this time in my life, it was actually very depressing. And it had nothing to do with quitting Massage Envy. I quit jobs before, and I wasn't, yeah, this was like a special kind of depression that I never actually felt before. It was like a deep loneliness. That's a story all in itself. My depression didn't come, like, I wasn't really depressed, but I was just very, very sad. Very sad. I was let down, like bad, like really, really bad. And anyway, I don't know if I'll ever talk about that. Probably not. But long story short, like, I went through some changes, some big changes in that time of my life. Is my camera still going? Says it is. So I went through a lot of big changes, and I basically had nothing to lose anymore. Like, I just didn't care. I was like, let's just open up my own massage business and try it out. I don't even care anymore. If it works out, it's great. If it doesn't, it doesn't. And believe it or not, I was not worried at all. Like, anytime during this process, I was never worried about what might happen. And I was never really worried until after I bought my condo. Then I started worrying about stuff. Anyway, so I started my own little massage practice, and I made the mistake of selling too many massages on Groupon because they majorly screwed me over. I don't even want to get into it, but Groupon screwed me over. I had this never-ending line of clients coming to me for massages, and you know what? It was great because I was like, it's working, I can't believe it, I'm making, and I did make money, and I was paying off my debt. So I was making money and paying off my debt, but my value went down, like my self-value. I felt that I was selling out because Groupon was basically paying me as much as I would make at Massage Envy. So then I had problems with my car. I had a little Ford Escort that was given to me by my grandfather's girlfriend, and she passed away shortly after giving me her car. And I was riding around for a long time with that Ford Escort, and then it just started having a lot of problems. So anyway, like, long story short, I had to buy a new car, and my whole life, all I've ever had was clunkers. So I'd buy not a new car, but a clunker car, cheap clunker car, and then I'd just have to keep fixing it. Every single time something went bad, I'd have to fix it. And it ended up costing me so much money just to have a car, and you never know when it'll break down. It was always stressful. So I was like, you know what? This time around, I'm going to do things a little bit different and actually get myself a used certified vehicle. And so that's what I did. It was, I think it cost me $14,000 at the time. I bought a 2-year-old Nissan Cube. It was a 2012 Nissan Cube, and when I bought it, it was 2014. So that would make me 34 years old at this point when I had to buy a new car. And then I'm thinking, okay, so now I have this bill, plus I still have my debt, my credit card debt, which is mostly from I bought, you know, I used credit cards to pay my tuition for school because I didn't know how things worked. So anyway, what was I saying now? I got sidetracked because I need to go to work soon. What was I saying? Okay, so I had this, oh man, I'm a little chilly. Why can't my brain work? My brain is just like stopped at the light. Maybe it'll start working again once we, okay, there we go. Alright guys, so as I was saying, my debt, I had my debt, and then I had a car payment, and I was calculating how many Groupons I would need to sell in order to pay everything off, to pay off my car and to pay off my debt. How many Groupons would I need to sell? And the number was so high, like I would have to massage like thousands of people to be able to pay off my debt and my car. And I was like, I can't do this. I can't. Let's just, you know what? Let's just hire someone and see what happens. Let's just try. And if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. I don't lose anything. Let's just try it. So, yeah, so that's what I did. I rented out a place in Cheshire, and I got myself a therapist, and so it was me and the therapist, and then we got really busy, and then I hired another therapist, and then we were still busy, and I hired another therapist, and then I realized when therapists call out, I have to massage their clients, because I was really a stickler when it came to that sort of thing, where I didn't want to cancel anybody. So I was super exhausted, like more exhausted than I ever been. You know what, guys, this video is getting to be too long. I think I might have to stop it short and pick it back up for a part 2, because it's just getting too long. I'm at my old gym, Physique Plus. I hate gyms. Can I just tell you that? I do not like gyms. Why can't people just use their own body weight, work out at home? Okay, anyway, guys, this video has gotten too long, so I'm gonna say bye, and I'll do a part 2 for this, and I'll pick up where I left off. All right, hasta lasagna. Bye, folks.